talk about the other news that dropped today from WWE. For a while now, actually after WrestleMania 40, we were amazed, and we forgot to talk about this during the post-Mania show recaps that we were doing, that they didn't announce where the next Mania was during Mania. That's a first. They haven't done that in a long, long time, almost dating back to the Attitude Era, that they usually have the site for the next WrestleMania so that they can run it in a dead spot during the show and say, oh, tickets will be on sale on X and Y date. Go buy them now for next year's Mania in, wherever. So, yeah, exactly. But they didn't do that this year. Well,
Miami, California, Miami, California, Miami, California.
Well, exactly. Well, between this one, it was Minneapolis, Las Vegas, and London, England, for whatever reason.
No. I think it was just Minneapolis and Las Vegas. London was next time.
The smart money with all the insiders were saying that was going to be 1 month. It was going to be in Minnie. The next month was going to be in Vegas, so on and so forth. Well, we finally got news of that during the Kentucky Derby, of all things. WWE had bought some time to advertise and that stuff, and they ran a spot for next year's WrestleMania, which will be taking place on April 19th and 20th, 2025 in Las Vegas, Nevada at the brand new Allegiant Stadium. Well, kind of sort of new. It's only got a couple years on it. It's already had a Super Bowl there, but there we go. But this will be the latest WrestleMania ever held by the time this comes to pass in 2025. April 19th and 20th. That is stupid late in the month of April for WrestleMania.
Yes, but it is very, very smart because when you keep running outdoor arenas, you want the weather to be slightly better. Yes. Also, you're still not going to be competing with the NBA or the NHL playoffs at that time of the year. You're right before it.
The thing that killed Mania this year a little bit was like Final Four, NCAA.
Exactly.
That's what it was, because apparently like the Final Four weekend was the same weekend as WrestleMania.
Right. Which, So, I mean, this way in the dates, you were after the Final Four and right before the playoffs of two major leagues in North America.
You solved that by doing two different ways. I recall there was an issue with that back in the 2000s with WrestleMania and that stuff, so they ended up moving it up into March a little bit. So that's why we had like WrestleManias on like the 17th of March, the 14th of March, stuff like that. This is the other way. This is going all the way down into almost May for WrestleMania. So,
which is fine because you know what? The gap between Mania and SummerSlam is so large.
Yeah.
Having it later in the month, awesome. Plus the weather is going to be, it should be better.
Which tells me that this event that we're talking about tonight, or we've just finished talking about tonight, Backlash, will probably be later May. It might this one might be the Saudi show next year. We're not even sure. We don't know. So
no idea.
Just by the way, the time's out. But
by the way, Minnesota having a WrestleMania is weird.
Well, they have a dome in their stadium. That's the thing, is that they could
the Viking ship thing.
But this Mania location makes sense. This will be the first WrestleMania held in Las Vegas since 1993. And the last time WrestleMania was held there in 1993, it has been universally panned as one of the worst WrestleManias of all time because it was held in a parking lot at Caesar's Palace.
It's the one where Bret Hart loses to Yokozuna, but then Hulk Hogan comes in and somehow gets the belt off of Yoko by the end of it.
That's right.
It's the outdoor Mania.
The outdoor Roman Mania, where everybody dressed up in Roman togas and stuff.
That's right. That's right.
We had Macho Man on a sedan with Vesto Virgins and Bobby Heenan on a camel. And
that's right. That's right. So I had some funny little funny things.
It did.
That's a terrible Mania.
It also had Doink getting a push.
It also had the Undertaker's worst WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Against Giant Gonzalez. Yeah, the chloroform. Yeah, that was not good.
Let's take El Gigante from WCW. Put him in a suit that basically has an ass crack on it.
The big bitch can't wrestle, okay? What do you want him to do? You can't
Put him in a
wrestle
ring
good.
against the Undertaker. All right, whatever.
But now they're going to be back in Vegas for 2 nights. It's going to be better.
Mhm.
It's going to be the entertainment capital of the world.
Yep.
They'll probably get a lot of backing from the UFC, who runs T-Mobile Arena, and they have their local stuff there. So
That's a good point. Yeah, that too, and everything.
it just makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, it's tourist capital.
The only thing that will do potentially maybe is it might mess around maybe first round of the NHL playoffs a little bit if Vegas makes it in and they have home ice.
So
if they're using
that's T-Mobile.
T-Mobile, yeah,
that's T-Mobile Arena. This is going to be
I know, but I'm
arena.
just saying that's the only kind of weird effect that could happen. That's about it. But that's
I don't see it.
I don't see it really. We'll have to wait and see until it gets close to the date.
It'll be fine.
But WrestleMania on 420 in Vegas? Are you kidding?
Oh my God, that's right. I'm not a smoker of that, so I didn't realize that.
And it's in a state where it's not only legalized, there's dispensaries around the corner like convenience stores.
Kind of like our city.
Kind of like what we are, yes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. This one's iffy for me because I'm thinking about attending in person because I'm like, maybe.
Why wouldn't you? It's Vegas. Come on.
I know. That's the thing. It's like it could be affordable to do it.
How is this iffy? What's the if? The if is
just cash. That's it.
Oh, that kind of if.
That kind of if.
Yeah.
Then the availability of said cash. That's it. But I don't know. We'll keep it. We'll get probably details on pre-sales and tickets and that stuff in the coming weeks and months. Today they just announced the date, so there we go.
Yeah.
So mark your calendars. Again, we'll flash it up for everybody. April 19th and 20th, 2025 at Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah.